ask. Thank you for complete.
Huh? Why are all these people gathered around? Did something... Let's go take a look.
How's it looking, Doc? Is there any hope for him?
Chill, bro. I'm thinking. This dude's Milray, right? What a little champ. Barely made a noise.
That's right. We'd never normally send such a young Tepetlosaur into battle. He's a smart one, that's for sure. Might not be the strongest, but we even awarded him a Warrior's Medal after the war ended.
Poor little guy.
Hey, Kachina, what's going on here?
Traveler, Paimon! Long time no see! So basically, there's this young Tepetlosaur in our tribe called Milray. Nyan, who he grew up with, is here too. We're all really worried about him.
When my daughter got lost in the mountains, it was Milray who helped bring her back.
To think that he...
Steady there, bro. We'll find a way.
Ah, you're that cuckoo...
Huh? What are you on about?
So this Aoife you just mentioned is actually...
Hey, yo, everyone! Please chill. I think I've got this figured out. For a juvenile saurian, he showed remarkable courage in the... As a result, he developed a rare pathological change.
You mean he originally got sick during the war?
That's right. He may have just been acting tough this whole time.
Aoife, there must be something you can do, right?
Something this rare? Good news is that I read about a similar case back when I was still studying. The scroll mentioned two First up, an herbaceous perennial known as an ocean zephyr. Second, honestly, I couldn't figure it out back then either. The name recorded was Sacred Flame Crystal.
Sacred Flame? Like the one burning in the stadium?
When Mualani and I took part in the pilgrimage of the Return of the Sacred Flame, apparently there's sparks from the Sacred Flame itself.
From the name, I'd say we're looking for a rare...
You sure there's even such a thing?
So it would seem, as it happened.
Huh? For real, Uncle Bacall?
It's a coincidence that I've even heard of it. I'm not sure exactly how they did it. Thank you, Aoife. Your diagnosis was a huge help.
Sure thing, dude. I'll stick around until we've got some results.
Great. In that case, let's go our separate ways for now. Milray needs some proper rest. I'll let you all know as soon as there's any news. Fingers...
What up, my dudes? Man, I could tell we're totally on the same wavelength. The name's Aoife, a vet from the Flower Feather clan.
We're...
The Traveler in Paimon, yeah? The total package. Break.
Aww! You're making Paimon blush.
Truth is, I spent the war treating wounded Saurians. Never got a chance to fight alongside you. Yo, thanks, bro.
There is always a long line outside Aoife's clinic back then.
Seriously? Seriously?
True that. More wounded were piling up by the day. Dude, the Abyss is no joke. Sneaky enough to hit us right. There's some fresh talent rolling in recently. I'm hoping, no matter how hard you hit the books, you're still gonna run into all kinds of weird diseases that are hard to treat. If my old man hadn't forced me to read all kinds of different stuff when I was a kid, I'd...
Oh, so your dad was a vet too?
Yeah, totally. Our family's medical knowledge has been passed down over generations. My family's been vets for generations now. No clue who it was that kicked off the tradition. Back when I was a kid, my dad said something about our skills being medicine born of guilt.
Guilt? Sounds pretty...
Who knows? After he passed, there wasn't anybody else I could ask. So I'm gonna do my best to make sure that doesn't happen this time. Heck yeah, I do. Oh? Looks like the Chiefs are back.
The last time I was here, I remember seeing him happily rolling around.
Well, as the saying goes, given that he first fell sick during the war,
Hey, little guy.
For one so young to risk life and limb on the...
Whoa. All 6 tribal chiefs in one place?
It's true that we used to hardly ever meet up. These days, though, group dinners on our days off have practically become...
Group dinners? More like group mooching. You guys...
Well, your cooking is too good to resist. You've seen how hopeless the rest of us are in that regard.
Aoife, we've been informed about the situation. Once again, Milray and the other Tepetlosaurs have helped transport goods for the Flower...
I just happened to come across a record of a case like his back home, but I don't know anything about this sacred flame crystal.
I haven't heard of it either. Can the sacred flame even take other forms?
It can, indeed. While I've never seen this happen in the flesh, in ancient Netland, besides the pilgrimage of the return of the sacred, it was a combat exercise, held jointly by the 6 tribes.
Sacred flame crypt?
For real? How have I never heard of that?
Simple. The Bloom Flower Trials haven't been held for centuries. Something seems to have happened the last time they were held. The more reasonable explanation is this. In reality, they turned out to be far less miraculous than hoped for. In some rare, the pilgrimage produced enough sacred flame.
Ah, I get it. So to save Milray, we have...
I'd say we'd be better off not treating it like some kind of hassle. All 6 tribes need to take part, sure. But not everyone has to show. Since the war ended, the pilgrimage has become more like a tournament for our warriors to compete in and keep themselves in shape. So why not let them hone their skills?
We should never drop our guard completely.
I'm with you on that. Nothing...
No objections on my part.
I'll go discuss this with the others. I can't speak for everyone else, but I can guarantee that Mualani will be there.
And I guess your vote was a foregone...
Nice!
Thanks, everyone. It really means a lot.
Let's head back to our tribes and see how many...
Agreed. Rules will be crucial too. A competition without rules is just mindless violence. I'll draw up an outline. Let's meet up at the speaker's chamber later.
Oh yeah, and we'll also need some ocean zephyrs to cure Milray. Who'll go gather them while we're organizing the trials?
I've got that covered. I just noticed that some of Milray's friends have shown up.
You mean these Saurians? You're right.
Kakuku, can you hit them up and ask if they'd be down to lend a claw?
Sure thing, bro. I've got you, bro.
Must be nice having a Saurian companion who could...
Well, if that's everything, how about we call it a day?
All right. See you later. Aoife, let's head back. And bring these Saurians along too. We've got to teach them how to identify ocean zephyrs.
See ya, little guy. We'll come visit you again soon. Whoa! They sure are quick on their feet. Guess they're chiefs for a reason. When they decide on something, it gets done right away. But that's what you're here for, right? Whenever Paimon puts things off, even for just a while, you'll handle them straight away.
Oh, wow. Go away, bro.
Even Kakuku's done with this conversation.
I'll go spread the word. Kachina?
Of course.
In that case, let's head over.
So far, so good. Oh, you're awake. Wanna try getting a bit more sleep? You think so? Is he feeling Hey, Kakuku! Oh, long gone. Oh no, he does seem pretty anxious.
I've read through your proposal, and it sounds like a great idea. Even if it wasn't for Milray's situation, there'd be many reasons to start holding the Bloomflower trials again.
Far more than we anticipated.
Our warriors sure are fired up. So many people have signed up. I'm planning to limit the number of spots for the exhibition matches.
Well, you've clearly thought this through with care.
Thank you, Archon.
Oh, where will the trials be held? I'll stop by later to see how things are going. But
The main venue would be near the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. With
all right.
In that case, we'll be off.
Traveler, Paimon. Good luck.
Huh? Good luck with what?
Hey, it's been a while, you two. Are you here about the Bloomflower
Yep, we sure are.
Bloomflower trials?
Guess that means they were last held at Whoa. When you put it like that.
True, but I've got a good feeling about this. We'll call... What makes you ask? I've never heard such a rumor before. The rules governing the Oda Resurrection have protected Natland for many long years. In essence, Sacred Flame crystals are just... So please, be at ease. And besides, even if they did harbor some kind of evil power, our main priority right now is to hold the Bloomflower trials.
It's so reassuring to have you on our side, Moika.
Well, there are some things even I can't handle. For example,
Huh? Who could they be?
you'll find out soon enough. Go on now. Don't keep them waiting.
Finally, you're here! That traveler, Paimon. So, basically... hold up, what happened to first come, first serve? What's going on? Why is everyone turned up all of a sudden? So, you know about the Bloomflower trials, right? What? We're allowed to take part too?
Given that the trials haven't been held in so long, we're creating a new set of rules for them, separate from the ones for the pilgrimage.
All of the chiefs have agreed, but whether or not you compete or which tribe you support, well...
As the hero who saved Natlan, your participation would be a huge morale boost for whoever you choose to join.
Oh, so that's what's going on! No wonder Chief Akatl wished us good luck just now. And that's all for the chit-chat. I hope you're ready for some How do you like the sound of luxury hot spring vouchers? I'll even throw in a select luxury hot springs.
If you join the Scions of the Canopy, we'll hold a great barbecue in your honor.
And if you join right away,
Yeah, no one wants that.
you little... all-you-can-eat barbecue? Join up with the Collective of Plenty. And, Paimon...
All I've got to offer are freshly picked...
Ooh, could...
Fancy some flying lessons?
Well, flying's kind of what Oh, Paimon loves those tips. Not just 'cause the freebies are tempting, but also... You know what? Paimon's decided to leave this one. Paimon's pretty sure that isn't an option.
Actually, it's not a bad idea. There'd be 3 tribes on one side versus 3 on the other for those. So, first...
Huh. Hadn't thought of that.
What? Really? Huh. Don't worry, my...
So it's settled then? For the first half of the exhibition match, you'll... All right, it's nearly time.
Echoes of the Valley!
Check this out. That's the launch. Carving waves. Yeah. Off we go. Need a surfboard? Booba, get them!
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Let the mountain's veins boil!
Ho! Chip! Huh? Ha! Carving waves! Let's shred, Sharky!
Huh?
Nice and spicy!
Let's light it up! Huh. Adventure!
Faster! Need a surfboard?
Watch this!
The Temple of Wisdom!
Stick around!
By my spark, the night How about this? Take a seat. What? How about this? Take a seat. Let's have some fun, shall we? Ring cutter.
Stick around!
Our base is in danger. You'll have to get past me first. Yeah. Outline here. Witness the power. We should hurry back. Oh, brilliant! Lightning, echoes. Let me weave you a first. We need to be careful here. How about this?
Watch this!
Body and mind.
Stick around!
Rain of bullets!
I see everything.
Yeah, heads up! By my spark, the night burns! Witness the power of Gugwa.
The Temple of Wisdom!
Watch this!
Shall we? Come out! Rain of bullets! Hi! We need to be careful here. How about this? Take a seat. Let's have some fun, shall we? Ring cutter. Rain of bullets. Here are we coming. Let's have some fun, shall we?
necessary?
Let this land henceforth be the dominion of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulahau!
Off we go! I'm going in! Let me weave you a verse. Bring it! Hear the echoes of the valley!
Locked on!
Bow before your king! The dead would lay out of my sight!
Target acquired!
Letting brave names echo! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Locked on!
One step closer to victory. Victory, as expected.
Let's light it up! Witness the power of Gugwa! I'm going in!
Shadow of the past, mine to command.
Glory to which none can compare! Does not want to hit that move. A measly insect!
Rim cutter!
One step closer to victory.
Charge!
Yeah!
Off we go! Everybody stand back! Let's go, my sword! Witness the power of Gugwa! Let the mountain's veins blood!
Target acquired! Claim these souls!
Glory to which none can compare! Does not want to hit that move.
I got him cornered!
Teamwork is dream! Rim cutter! Letting brave names echo!
Bow before your king! Submit your soul! Sacrifice!
Locked on!
Speechless! Forever hold your peace!
Rain outlines your fate! Let me weave it! Bring it! Hear the echoes of the valley! I'm going in!
Target acquired!
Bow your head.
Looks like we're about to face a seriously strong opponent.
Be sanctified.
We have to regroup. Get
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
right here. You've got this, traveler.
All right. There is no escape.
Settle down.
Bring it. Let the mountain's veins boil. Shine down.
Be sanctified.
You asked for it.
Bow your head.
Looks like we're about to face a seriously strong opponent.
Let the mighty be humble. Settle down.
Take me up. Full speed ahead. All right. Witness the power of Gugwa. There is no escape. Ha! Giddy up. Ha! Fire in the hole. Locked on. Locked on. Open fire. Locked on. Open fire.
Another victory.
Keep this up.
Another victory. Brace for their counterattack.
Keep this up. Take me up.
Take a deep breath and
Rain outlines your fate. Bring it.
here.
Letting
All
brave
eyes
wings
on
I
you.
go. Rain cutter.
Take a look behind the veil.
Open fire.
The night wind
Open fire. Bullseye.
The night wind
Bullseye. Locked on. Locked on. Open fire. Very good. Take me up.
Hold on to your hats. Take a deep breath and drift. All ice on you.
Let the mountain's veins boil. Rain outlines your fate. Let me shine down. Let's fly.
The night wind
Open
blows
fire.
Take a look behind the
Open
veil.
fire.
Snowed under.
Fire in the hole.
All ice on you.
Open fire. Bullseye. Open fire. Locked on. Locked on. Locked on. Open fire.
All ice on you.
Letting brave names echo. Know my sword. Witness the power of Gugwa. There is no escape.
All ice on you.
Locked on. Open fire.
What will it be?
Think you're a match for Granny? There is no escape.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. You can't. Smash your scorched wood. Don't be a killjoy.
Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Get him! Witness the power of the watch. Show me your moves. Seems like trouble. Shine down. Let me weave you a verse. Show me your moves, or you'll get singed. It's raining fire! Show no mercy! You two! Time to... There is no escape! Ring cutter!
Stay cool. Face your gift. Way now.
Watch out, or you'll get singed. Show me your moves. It's raining fire! Let me weave you a verse.
Have a safe trip.
You two! Time to end them!
Right, so this is our base.
Mess up our match, and I'll lock you up till it's all.
You killjoy!
We're a real dream team.
We know each other pretty well, so working together should be a breeze. There are a lot of cliffs nearby, so our vision will be obscured. They could ambush us from the high ground too.
In that case, let's follow the water instead. See that flag over there? That's the Collective of Plenty's base, right? We'll approach swiftly on the water, sweep in and capture the base.
I like the way you think.
I trust your judgment too, Lualani.
All right then, time for me and my Sharky surfboard to strut our stuff. I'll take point. Everyone follow me! Off we go.
Let's ride!
Here by the water route, just as expected. Classic. They saw through our...
No choice but to face them.
I'm ready! All right then.
Come on, show me your courage.
Here goes!
I've got him cornered.
Training session. Let's call it a day.
We won!
At this rate, we'll be invincible!
Don't count your Yumkasaurs yet. Let's head over to the next spot.
Wait a sec. Don't forget to plant our...
See that? Up above the cliffs? That's the Masters of the Night Wind's base.
The nearby mountainsides have all been blocked off by crystal clusters. Looks like they don't want us getting up there so easily.
Don't worry. Leave this to Turbo Twirly.
You've got this, Kachina!
You're finally here, Other Granny. If I'm back home...
Don't worry.
Let's get fight.
Here comes another.
My weight!
Is that all you have? Put up a good fight.
My weight!
In vain. Chances are looking slim.
Not in vain.
Perhaps it's time I got going.
All right!
Look! Up there in the mountain! The flag of the Flower Feather Clan!
Wow! Looks like they're...
Yeah. Not only do they have the high ground.
Looks like I showed up right on cue, huh?
Yay! You're here too, Shilonen!
Let's save the small talk for when the flag's in the bag.
Now that backup's arrived, let's split up into 2 teams.
I'll lead a frontal assault to draw their fire. The rest of you find another route up and strike directly at the heart of their base.
I can taste our victory already!
Is this really necessary?
Hold up! That's where Shilonen's headed. Let's find another way. Hold up! That's where Shilonen's headed. Let's find another way.
Okay, let's stop around here. We can use grappling hooks to climb up to the top.
Well, would you look at that? But this is just the beginning. So stay on your feet.
We're not gonna lose!
Well said. Let's do this.
Let's have ourselves some fun!
Watch out, or you'll get singed. Clear the area!
For the Lord of the Night!
It's raining!
Still got plenty of bullets left with your names on them.
Right here.
All right. How about we call it a day?
Does that mean we've won?
Told you we'd be unstoppable.
Well, that was pretty exhilarating. Even.
Oh, you can say that again. I was still fighting off Cuckoosaur riders halfway up the mountainside when That was well played.
Yeah, the going would have been way tougher if we had fought it.
How about the sacred flame crystals?
I found a few shards, but they were only about as big as grain fruit chips. I gave them to the marshals from the Masters of the Nightwind on our way back.
Yes, and they gave them to me.
Granny C. Lolly, are you here to take part in the Bloomflower trials too?
I devised the techniques for the main matches, so of course I would show up. Those marshals handed the sacred flame crystals over as soon as they saw me. I did a quick tally. At this rate, we should have enough by the event's end.
That's awesome! Well, since everything's gone so smoothly, why don't we hit the hot springs tonight?
Oh, I am all for it. There's nothing.
How about we head over there together?
Oh, sorry, but I need to head back to the workshop to finish up some forging commissions first.
I need to help at the shop anyway, so I'll pick up some snacks there.
I might be a bit late. If you're all there earlier, feel free to start without me.
Great! Paimon can't wait!
Huh? Sure. In that case,
Hurry up, guys! You're the last ones left! Come on, I'll take you to get changed. You remember where the changing rooms are, right? Time sure flies. Woohoo! Let's get this party started!
This is the... All the fatigue just floats away.
aren't you gonna join us, Shilonen?
I'm not a huge fan of being in the water.
And last but not least, surf, turf.
Ah, that smells amazing. Oh, hold your horses.
Take that, Kanich! Bow before my greatness! Hey, watch it, how! You're splashing water everywhere!
This is so tasty.
Kachina! Tavat to Kachina! I made Saurus crackers. Come have some.
Okay. I'll be right there.
Kanich, you surless! Thanks for sticking around to help me clean up.
No problem at all. We had
Parties are always extra lively when you guys are... No, by the way, I couldn't help feeling that there was something on Kachina's... Maybe this something...
Of course! Well, if there was something we could do to help, there's no...
Oh, thanks. That makes me feel a lot better. Anyway, I'll be heading off...
Bye for now, see you...
worry. Everything's gonna be fine. Huh? What makes you ask?
Well, you seemed a bit down after the exhibition match.
Thanks, Traveler and Paimon. Despite losing the pilgrimage so many times, so when I finally did, I was over the moon. Still, I achieved my dream. Then the Bloomflower trials came around and I could fight alongside everyone again. But when the exhibition match, and that got me thinking, am I the only one who's still like a kid?
So that's what's been bothering you, huh?
Huh? You mean everyone feels like... Oh, I see.
Huh. If you think about it, this is a good thing. Not knowing what you want when Paimon can't decide what she wants for dinner. But if someone told her, you're eating this tonight.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Hey! Stop underestimating Paimon like that, would ya?
Oh, looks like you guys beat me to it. Is the little guy feeling any better?
Granny C. Lolly!
Hello. I didn't...
Milray's been in a deep sleep this whole time.
I imagine you're right. By the way, you haven't... When we discussed the sacred flame crystals after the exhibition match ended... A baseless rumor. But
Wait, are the crystals actually...
Mawika was right. Even if trouble does come our way, still, there must be a story behind the Bloomflower trials being... Since you're concerned, why don't we look into it? I'm sure...
Can I come along?
I don't see why not. I had someone gather up all the woven scrolls from that era.
There's that many?
Oh, this is gonna take...
Come on. Less whining, more reading. Why have you stopped? Did you notice something strange? There will always be tensions. Usually the Pyro Archon tries their best to prevent intertribal disputes from escalating. Also, given that our Archons live only as long as mortals, the transitional periods can be fraught with challenges. Far fewer conflicts have ended in bloodshed over—
Hey, come check this out. This one's...
Oh? Let me see. A curious coincidence indeed. It seems like the last Bloomflower trials were also held to save the life of an ailing Saurian.
Huh? Was it the same illness as Milray's?
The scroll doesn't say, but it seems likely. Strange. It's very unusual for such records to be so sparse on details. Firstly, that the Bloomflower trials were held to save a sick little Saurian. Secondly, that they seem to have failed. And that the chief of the Flower Feather clan had a major falling out with his younger brother. And later on, his brother left the tribe and lived as a recluse.
But that basically tells us nothing! You know,
sacred flame crystals having the power to beguile human hearts. Looks like we'll have to approach this from another angle. I'll go take a look through some even older scrolls. Surely the trials were held more than once.
Seeing as that scroll just now mentioned the Flower Feather clan.
And what's our next move? Any other leads we can follow?
A certain Kukasaur? Oh, Aoife's assistant, Kakuku, must have told you, right? Alright then. I'll look into those ancient scrolls, Kachina can head over to the Flower Feather clan, and you two can track down that Kukasaur. Let's split up and meet back here later.
Feeling hungry? I just picked these from the orchard.
Go on. Have some. Taking care of a patient like you're doing is hard work.
If you need more, there's plenty more where that came from. So, everyone got that? They'll never see this coming.
Leave it to us.
Mualani, Kanich! What?
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you. Just between us. But as for the details...
What about you guys? You seem like you're in a hurry.
We're on the trail of an extremely rare and elusive Kukusaur.
Rare and elusive? In that case, that description of the location's weight. What does the Kukusaur look like? Nothing? Alright, well in that case, let's split up.
I'll check the higher ground and see if anyone over at the Flower Feather clan...
I'll follow the river then.
Sounds like it's my time to shine.
I haven't got anywhere else to be either. I'll take a stroll nearby and see if I can spot anything.
Awesome! Thanks, everyone!
Don't mention it.
Points for agility. away.
Anything on your end, Kanich?
Nope.
Me neither. They all look light and
I didn't find anything either.
Sorry, Traveler and Paimon. Are you in a hurry to find him? If you need any help, don't—
I've told my friends over at the Flower Feather Clan to keep an eye out. All right. I'll update them.
Come to think of it,
It's not like Auroran's traps can catch just anything, you know.
you never know. Might as well ask me.
Okay then, see you later. And thanks for your help. Kachina, see Lolly, what's up?
We haven't managed to find anything.
Any luck with your mysterious Kukasaur? In that case, it would be great if we could get to the bottom of this. We must also learn to live with the unknown.
Yeah, I'm still...
Finally, dudes. Found you.
Aoife, what brings you here?
Kanich mentioned you were on the lookout for a Kukasaur. Just so happens a strange Kukasaur. No clue why, but this dude's been on my tail ever since I got back from the Children of Echoes. Not gonna lie to you, bro, it's kind of freaky. His footsteps are totally silent, and after dark, all you can see is a silhouette. So I didn't even realize he was there until Kakuku suddenly flipped out last night when he went for a drink. His squawking woke me up, and that's when I finally spotted a shadowy shape outside.
That sounds terrifying.
I could tell it was a little Kukasaur from the shape. After observing him more closely, not sure if that's the dude you're looking for, but if
Wait a second.
Yep, dude's probably hiding right behind that tree.
Do you think we should send someone over to take a look?
It's okay, I've got this. What the? How is that even? Guys, get over here, quick! There's no...
Wait, surely that's not...
Wait, shouldn't he have returned to the ley lines? Haven't they been fixed?
There are many possible reasons.
So why have you been tailing me, bro? If it's treatment you want, can't do much.
He ran off.
Do you think he wants us to follow him? Oh, if only we had a Kukathosaurus on...
Hey, that's a good...
He was so spooked last night that he rattled through every single word he's ever learned and then fainted. He was...
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's just follow him. Why have you...
So, is there something buried here? Or... You want us to dig it up?
These are...
Woven scrolls, yes. Albeit very... Still, they're just about legible. Come, let's read them together.
So, have you figured out a way to save him?
Indeed, I have. As far as I can tell, we need ocean zephyrs and sacred flame crystals.
That's great news. Don't worry, little guy.
Well, it's not every day that the chief himself drops by to check in on your Saurian buddy.
You know I'd come even if I was.
I mean, Antu means the world to me. I promised to stay by his side until the day he's fully grown. Right? I mean, with him around, I've never felt lonely traveling through Natlan. And right now, he needs me more than ever.
I salute your courage and wisdom, brother. But these sacred flame crystals you mentioned.
Well, I've studied the essence of the sacred flame and read various... Sacred flame crystals are born from intertribal conflict. Back when the tribes were somewhat united, they would occasionally hold bloomflower trials.
Seems like I've still got lots to learn.
Research on sacred flame crystals has been What we know for sure is that they can be used to treat certain chronic phlogiston-related illnesses.
Enhance a warrior's strength.
It's speculative at best. As far as I'm concerned, as long as they can be used to cure Antu's illness, that's...
So you asked the chiefs of all the tribes to send people to take part in a scaled-down version. Remarkable that they agreed. Tensions are running high right now.
I know, but I had no other choice. With all this ongoing strife, it's been a long... Fighting side by side for a common cause?
Let's hope so. By the way, what's with all this baggage?
I'm heading out to search for ocean zephyrs. In the meantime...
Come on, that goes without saying. Rest assured, I'm your...
Thank you. And Antu, be good while I'm gone, okay?
Himara! How could you stoop so... Ambushing? You've no one but yourselves to blame for underestimating us.
So even if that was remotely true, your guys went way over the line. 7 of our warriors were so badly injured that they're still out cold as we speak. The Flower Feather clan must compensate.
And what, we'll hand him over after all that?
Didn't you claim that we're holding these trials to save a sick Saurian? Take what's...
Say something, Amara. We're not...
If the other elders were here, they wouldn't waste their time on such puerile questions. If anything, I just wish we'd managed to collect more crystals. There are always so many contestants where just everyone was in a frenzy, snatching the crystal.
You what?
I get it now. Snatching the spoils while using the bloomflower trials to Ugh. That not...
The children of Echoes will...
Brother, where's Antu?
Oh, you're back. Come, sit down.
Look, no need for that.
Rumors?
That the Bloomflower trials spiraled into an all-out bloodbath, and that no one was bothered in the slightest about Antu. By the time anyone noticed, he was all... How could you lie to me, Amara?
You think I had a choice? As soon as one person broke, playing by the rules gets you nowhere in this world. These sacred flame crystals.
I won't debate ethics with you.
I've put them all into our...
You did what?
I did set some aside for Antu in the... He's your companion, yes. But the life of a single Saurian is nothing.
Here. You certainly proved... Just remember this. No excuses. All the hope and trust that little guy placed in you...
Wait, Nampal! Where are you going?
Antu! Antu! Antu, it's me! Please! Answer me! Antu, are you okay? I'm so sorry, Antu. After that, I left the Flower Feather clan and lived here on this hill with Antu. He was running out of time. I took him, but no one believed me anymore. Until finally, Antu's time came. In those last few days, he seemed consumed by an overwhelming sorrow. I remember once, over at the Children of Echoes.
Go beg your brother for some. What are you? You little vulture!
For some reason, Antu harbored a deep and intense hatred for the sacred flame crystals. Whenever he saw one, he would muster up every last ounce. It wasn't until years after Antu's death that I finally guessed at the truth. He must have witnessed people fighting over the crystals without comprehending why. Unable to fathom how those once cheerful humans had turned from best of friends to worst of enemies. In Antu's eyes, the only reason they'd started collecting sacred flame crystals in the first place had been to save his life. I too shall be bound by guilt for the rest of my days. But the past cannot be undone. I have immersed myself in the study of medicine and spent... Before my own time comes, I have recorded all of this on these crudely woven scrolls in the belief that May the Natlan of their day be united as one. Free...
Medicine born of guilt.
So the non-pole from the scrolls was Aoife's ancestor?
Seems so. That's why he's been following you around, Aoife. No wonder there weren't any records of the last Bloomflower trials. If anything corrupts the human heart, the bitter irony is that the sacred flame crystals turned out to be nowhere near as miraculous as—
Hey! Where...
Look! Over there! Do you think he's sad? Or maybe he's lost in his memories?
Thanks. I might need a breather over here. A regret lingering for centuries. Unfolding like this before my eyes. I gotta think this through. Never thought I'd have the chance to meet my ancestor Saurian companion. Wouldn't you say so, bro?
Can he understand what you're saying?
Kinda. I can pick up on Antu's vibes, just like he catches ours, but that's just how it is with Saurian companions. You have to spend a lot of time together to develop an intuitive bond.
In other words, he wouldn't understand even if we discussed it.
I think it's probably better if he doesn't understand. I know that running from your problems isn't the way to solve them.
That's right. The people responsible...
Isn't there anything we could do to help him forget his sorrow and...
Just like Nampol, I've spent a lot of time studying Saurian psychology. They can be a bit slow sometimes, but they're razor sharp at others. They don't get complex human language, but in short, young Saurians are just like children. On one hand, they rely on their human companions. On the other, they really want to prove their worth. Helping people makes them happy. And so, the best move isn't to get stuck on the truth of what happens, but...
His wishes?
For example, Antu, you decided to stay here because of Milray and Nyan, right? You're a smart kid. Sacred flame crystals are bad, bad things. But now, after hundreds of years, we finally found a way to beat them. Will you join forces with us to cleanse the...
Interesting approach.
Actually,
Oh, dear child. Come. Let Granny explain it to you.
Oh, I get
Not so fast. Hate to... Let's meet up at the stadium in 2 days. We'll spread the word and see who's... As for making Antu understand, Kakuku can help out. They'll...
So sleepy.
Didn't sleep well?
Yeah, I blame Kachina. Also, how come it's so quiet today?
When I tried to wake him up this morning, his response was, "Leave me be, minion. Darest thou disturb the almighty Dragon Lord in our slumber?"
Good thing you didn't tell him about our gathering. We...
Not late, am I? Nope, you're right on time. So, Aoife, now that everyone's here, shall...
Actually, today we have a big favor we'd like to ask of all of you.
What's up? Why so serious all of a sudden?
It's a long story.
Bloodshed between the tribes. That seems almost unthinkable today.
Even working together on something was impossible. That's just...
There have always been disputes. But once they escalated into fully fledged clashes between...
And that little Kukusaur Antu believed that the sacred flame crystals harbored some kind of evil and that led to all the later misunderstandings.
That said, Antu will naturally sense that something's off once we've collected enough sacred flame crystals and cure Milray, won't he? He'll see that no one has been corrupted and that all is as it should be. At that...
Exactly. That's why we came up with a plan. When the second half of the tournament wraps up, we'll have enough sacred flame crystals.
Ooh, acting! That's a...
Then, we'll bring Antu over and cast a spell of unity to... Of course, neither the evil power or the magic are real, but we've got to make the little dude think he's done something awesome.
Uh-huh, yeah, I get where you're going with this. The best way to make up for regrets is to do what you failed to do before. We'll recreate that scene from his past, only this time, he'll get the chance to rewrite the future. So, how exactly are we going to do this? Is there
Once, when I was reading a foreign book, I came across something called an interactive play designed specifically for kids. The story usually features a showdown between a hero and a villain, with twists and turns throughout. Then the children all raise their hands, lending their power to the hero and helping them. For the adults watching, it's just a performance. But at that age, happiness doesn't come from material rewards.
Oh, true. When I helped out at my parents' shop as a kid, they would always... Then they'd shower me with praise when I was finished, saying stuff like, "Good job, Mualani, you're a genius."
Spot on. That's exactly it. We want to make Antu feel the same way a kid who just... Besides, Milray already heard the rumors about the sacred flame crystals from him. If we don't dispel the curse right in front of him, he might refuse to take the medicine. But we can't pull off a show like that with just us.
We'll probably need about 5 more people. I mean, there are 5 more spots up.
You have my board. We get some pretty rude...
You have my...
And my Flame Strider.
Oh...
It really resonated with me when, and unlike the heroes in those plays, I've borrowed...
Well, if Mika's on board, then you have my hammer.
Let's see. We've got our actors and the state...
Why are you all looking at me?
Consider it our vote of confidence, Kenny.
Fine. Then you have my grappling hook.
So, that's everyone then. In that case, Varessa and I will take care of the cleanup.
Sorry, guys. I'd love to sign up, but...
As for me... if I see you all arguing, I wouldn't be able to resist stepping in.
And I'm just really bad at acting. I'd be so stiff. I'll stay and help the Saurians search for ocean zephyrs. Once they've brought enough back, as our Archon herself often says.
That's right. All right. Once the second half of the exhibition match is over...
Great! Let's make the second half an even more exciting fight. I've even come up with a secret strat.
After centuries, we're holding the Bloomflower trials once more. Are you all confident that we can do this?
Yeah!
Then let's get this show on the road.
Alright, looks like everyone's here. Ugh, why do they keep picking battlefields covered in mountains that need...
If you're worried about getting tired, launching a surprise attack on their base...
I'll use smoke to sow confusion amongst their ranks. Then you guys can just...
These two are in even more of a rush than Paimon is.
Let's all just calm down for a moment. We don't even know what their formation will be like. Besides...
But the area nearby is full of rocks. Looks like they're trying to block our path.
That's nothing. Let's just charge straight through. Come on. Time for a warm-up. Faster. Stronger. Form first. Woo! That loosened me up. Stay out of my way. Full speed ahead. Controlled breathing. I'll stop you in your tracks.
Don't show me your courage!
Open fire. Don't worry, everyone. We can do it. Locked on. Locked on. We gotta fall back for now. Excellent. We've all tuckered out. Let me give you a... Stronger. Step aside.
Perfect.
Take me up.
Find a way to hold them. Show me your move.
A good fight.
Suffer the wrath of Eastling. Fulfill our pact.
Time to say hello.
Let's...
Right this way. Tour's over.
Nice, another one in the bag.
Something's wrong. There.
And Mualani hasn't put in an appearance yet either.
Uh-oh, not good. The people of the Springs took back the base we just captured. And even worse, they're sending troops to attack our main base.
Huh. That girl has some moves. Oh, looks like we'll have to split our forces to hold off their counter. Don't worry. I'll handle Mualani. She still owes me for wrecking my front door. You just focus on moving forward.
You're a lifesaver, Granny.
Thanks, Granny. We've got this.
Let's fly.
How is this not
Let's hope
over
you
yet?
put up a good fight.
How many people do they have in reserve?
Splitting their forces into smaller squads to slow our advance and undermine our morale. Very clever. Looks like the Scions of the Canopy Space is on the other side of that cliff.
Ooh, does that mean it's finally time for the big showdown?
That cliff top's very high up. Whatever you do while you're flying over, don't look down.
I knew that wouldn't stop you.
You have finished this fast.
Here comes another. Time to say hello.
Knock him down.
Take me up. Bullseye.
This isn't over yet. The fight is done. Sound the retreat.
The fruits of victory taste almost as sweet as ones I've grown myself. At least
Wow, that explains why you were so
Auroron! Since when has your granny ever gone around scolding people like some—
Anyway.
You youngsters sure once this is all over.
Thanks, Granny.
I'll have you know that Mualani didn't pull any punches during our little skirmish just now. Next time she shows up—
shows that everyone anyway. After
We have indeed. Let's gather them up and head back. Next up, time for our little play. Aoife, this should be enough, right?
Yeah, plenty.
Oh, that's great news. Just goes to show how fired up everyone was. But next up, the main event. When do we start?
Just a sec. Before we roll the cameras, let's break it all down one more time. Shortly, you'll all take the sacred flame crystals and place them in front of Milray and Nyan. Then, once Kanich gives the signal, Auroron will do his thing, and the crystals will start giving off a black mist. That'll be the cue to start fighting. Once things get real heated, we'll bring Antu in and have him cast the spell of unity. Afterwards, Auroron will clear his black mist, and then we all go back to chilling with each other.
Relax. I played.
Great, then let's do this.
Finally, we've got all the sacred flame.
It's just like Aoife said. He looks very reluctant to go through it.
As long as he sees us dispel the curse with his.
Hey, Mualani.
Special effects team, get in position.
On the case.
Now, time to get squabbling. As agreed, we'll start with Mualani.
You've got this, Moelani. Leave it. I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind. You hear me? I'd never have thought you'd do something so terrible, That is a good question. Let me...
I thought you said you were a nat.
I am, but I'm struggling to come up with a reason to argue.
If this goes on much, don't get caught up on the...
Don't panic, I'm thinking... Kachina! Huh? When we went out for a picnic last night, you ate the last
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, so...
No.
Good. He's starting to buy it.
Mualani! Isn't it about time you paid up for wrecking my...
Oh, seriously?
And when...
The last time we had dinner, like I said! Wait, hold on. Have you
Is this what sacred flame crystals can do? It's like you've all become completely different people. Surely our only hope now is for me to...
Can it, Mawika? Do you even have any idea how long I've had to put up with your nonsense? Without so much as a heads up, you just dump some pile of design schematics and then you drive it into the wilderness every single day. And then whenever it breaks down, you send it straight back to me for repair. Even when I'm on vacation. Oh, and not to mention your special sunglasses and that precious sword of yours that's impervious to even the hottest of flames. Do you need me to make a list?
Is it just me? Or is Shilonen's acting pretty convinced?
She might be the only one who's not actually acting, Kachina.
So sleepy. Why didn't you wake me up?
And from now on, I am not taking any more work.
Wait a minute. Trying to get me drunk so you could write off some old debts, huh? Smooth moves, Mualani. Figured out some tricks to use on old Granny.
Well. Listen up, everyone! Get-each!
Huh?
Whoa! What's wrong?
Oh, perfect timing.
You. Well, you're the worst. You wasted an entire bucket of ice by taking a bath.
And you ate all those crackers I baked. I spent the whole night preparing them.
Always yelling at the top of your lungs.
No list would suffice to record the horrible things you've done.
Whoa! Time out! Why is this all suddenly aimed at...
Oh, how could this be? If this goes on much longer... Oh, yeah. If this goes on we're so close. Oh, good thing I wrote that all down in advance.
That's us. You ready, Antu? Antu?
There's no need to save him.
Fine by me. Let's settle our old scores today. What right do you
Never have the
I should never have believed you.
Antu!
You're up, bro! This ends now!
Evil power that corrupts the human heart. We will stand you. Fly, my dude!
Now, Auroran.
Got it. The path of fate lies bleak. Walls rise in human hearts. Yet those walls we shall break, and from this day forth, may worldly strife be...
What in the...
The magic's working.
Grain fruit chips taste so much better with sweet cheese.
I think you'll find that...
Cheese! Well, I guess you're not completely wrong. They have a unique flavor with salted cheese too.
also great with a glass of wine.
You're amazing, Granny.
And some blazed meat stew and volcano cake, too.
Sure. In that case, I'll go find Veressa and we'll make you some nice, juice or...
You should stay off the bottle too, Granny.
Wait a minute, what exactly is going on here?
Huh. Wow, that's weird.
Something about wishing life is like climbing a mountain.
Wait.
Just kidding.
How into that have you... Snap out of it, people!
How? I owe you an
It seems the evil power is completely gone.
Awesome job, bro!
Great job, Antu. Now that the sacred flame crystals have been cleansed, we can use them to cure your friend. Don't leave him hanging. Go tell him the good news. Thank you so much, all of you. This turned out even better than I imagined.
See, told you it would all...
You were this close to spilling the beans.
Here.
I couldn't help it. Besides...
Milani.
Huh? So you were all just playing pretend? Ugh, boring. I'm going back to bed.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Now, all that's left are the Ocean Zephyrs, right?
Everyone, over here! Hiya-san! And... whoa...
We've gathered enough ocean zephyrs. I asked them to give them to me, but they wanted to bring them over themselves. So we came together. Here, I think this should be enough.
Just hang on a moment, everyone. I'll go mix the ingredients. Hey, Kakuku, dude, less chat, more help.
Sure thing, bro. I've got you, bro.
Whew. Oh, sacred flame crystal. Cheer up, bro. It's always tough to lose a friend. Antu's already wandered the world for way too long. His final wish was to be reunited with his bro. Thanks a ton, everyone. With your help, I've been able to do what my ancestor could not. Not only did we save this little Saurian from his... As a physician, I'm honestly feeling touched and overwhelmed.
Well said. From my perspective, though, this competition had another meaning. Even without the threat of the Abyss, we're still as close as family. So, in keeping with our traditions, it's time for a celebration.
As it happens, I picked a whole batch of fresh vegetables just yesterday.
Leave the meat to me.
And don't you dare skimp on it, Kanich.
I'll go gather the others. Many hands make light work. And besides, the best meals are always ones prepared together.
See you tonight, everyone.
See you tonight!
Fancy a slice of volcano cake? I baked it myself.
Ooh, so good.
Go ahead. I made this specially for you guys. Sweet cakes help people forget their worries. And I hope everyone could be happy every day. Yep, I'm feeling much better. But reading through those old scrolls, I realized that the 6 tribes haven't always been so united. I've never experienced anything like that. I love Natland the way it is today, so I've decided to always do my best to help. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm gonna do that.
You know what? Paimon just had an idea. That way Paimon will be able to enjoy your cakes even more often than she already does!
You really think so? Baking delicious desserts every day and making everyone smile. Thanks, guys. I think I might have found a new goal to work towards.
By the way, Paimon hasn't seen Aoife or that Cuckoosaurus yet.
Before the party, I heard he was planning on heading up that hill to pay respects to his ancestor.
If he doesn't get back soon, all the best foods could be gone. Guess we've got no choice.
Yo, Ancestor Man. I have a Kukasaur companion too. First time I saw this dude, he was out in the wild. He barely made it. Hey, being on the road with me as a vet was never gonna be an easy gig. He ran a high fever. If he hadn't recovered, luckily, he managed to... So yeah, Kakuku.
Hey, don't mention it, dude.
You're medicine born of guilt. That way, no one else. Huh? Yo, bros. What brings...
Bringing our bros some cake, of course.
For real? In that case, I gotta...
Oh, wow.
Hey, save some for me.